I said a couple of Sundays ago, a prayer unuttered will have no effect. And I was both interested and surprised. The number of people called up, wrote up, or asked me, what does that mean? Means that there is a dynamic something in prayer or treatment, and that unless this something is loose, it's like a seed that isn't planted. Now, when I say a prayer unuttered or unspoken, doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be orally spoken, but very frequently, particularly for people who haven't had much experience, you will find it more effective perhaps to do it orally. It doesn't matter, because the treatment is really method you use to convince yourself. We're engaged in the most interesting experience and experiment in the world today, and one that everyone is fast recognizing. Why did our president particularly ask everyone to pray for peace? He knows, because he understands this thought. I don't mean my thought. He knows that there is a definite power in united thought and affirmation. Now, the greatest discovery that was ever made on earth is the discovery of the creative power of thought. But with the discovery came one of the greatest confusions in the world. Strange, isn't it? And that was that our thought is creative because we put creativity into it. Therefore, we had vast systems telling us how to concentrate and send out thoughts and hold thoughts and hypnotize and mesmerize and will and wish. And all these things, that was the confusion that came with it. But the simple fact is that the greatest discovery ever made was the discovery that thought has a creative power, but that we take it out and do not put it in. And we have to be as conscious of the one as the other. Jesus said, it is not I, but the Father who dwelleth in me, he doeth the works. The person is the best prayer, or prays the most effectively, who believes in his own prayer and then forgets it, doesn't drag it around with him. We might say the best gardener is one who plants his plants and then doesn't pull them up and drag them around with him, that he leaves their growth to a natural process. That's what we do. So as we turn inwardly to that divine presence, which is both the center and the circumference of our own lives, being the presence and the power and the activity of the living spirit within us, it is God. Our word being the activity of that is the law of good, and it is immutable, not because we make it that way, but because in such degree as it is affirmative on the right side, it has to be immutable. And we affirm that we now recognize that we are one with God. We now recognize that all the power that there is and all the presence that there is and all the life that there is God, the living Spirit Almighty, in and around us. And we recognize this in each other, saying, I behold in thee this same presence. I feel in you the wholeness of this presence. There is one life. That life is God. That life is perfect. That life is our life now. And there is no other power, no other presence, and no other life. All the power, all the presence, and all the life that there is God, the living Spirit Almighty, here, present with us at this moment. Each says, then there is one life, that life is God. There is no irritation or agitation or congestion or confusion in it. This body is the body of that one life. Every organ and action and function is in harmony with that life. That life is flowing through it, in it, and around it, all power, all presence, and all life. Now let us feel, particularly those who need help, that as you say this, see, you're not denying you have a body. You say this body is perfect. Perfect circulation, assimilation, and elimination is restored. There is no congestion or infection. Just feel that the one perfect life is here, and whatever doesn't belong is eliminated. There is one life. That life is God. That life is my life now, and that life is perfect now. Now we feel that because of what we have said, something is happening, and it will continue to happen. When Jesus said, heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will not, till all be fulfilled, he meant something is now happening on the invisible side of life. An intelligent law is operating, and it will produce, and it will fulfill, and I know it. But he knew he didn't coerce it or concentrate it or will or wish. He said, this is the way it is. That's what we affirm right now. Now let's each think of someone he would like to help physically, no matter where this person is. Just say this word is for him or for her. Let's see if we cannot feel deeply the action of the one life through that person, restoring every faculty, operating every organ, revitalizing every action and every reaction. In this particular person, we are recognizing the presence of the living Spirit, all the power and freedom that there is right there, one life and one perfection. Now, in this particular person, wholeness, God, not God that excludes man, but God that includes man. Wholeness we recognize in this person. Now as we turn to the body of our affairs, we announce that divine intelligence is governing us. There is something within us that knows what to do every moment and compels us to right action. There is a law of good that governs that action, and there is a power controlling it. And we accept all the abundance that there is in the universe, right now, right here, right this moment. All the power and all the presence and all the abundance that there is. Now let everyone who has some particular problem see if he can't turn from the problem. God has no problems. The law has no problems. It isn't a problem for the hen when she sets on the egg to get a chicken out of it. It isn't a problem for an acorn to become an oak tree. We don't know how it does it. It doesn't know how it does it. But it does it. And this is the same law operating in intelligence, the law of mind in action. And we are saying that there is that within me which knows the answer to what I call the problem. I turn from the problem and receive the answer. I believe and accept that I am not only guided into right action, I am compelled into right choice and action on that choice. This isn't a dream. This isn't just a belief. This is a dynamic assertion which is so, and it's operating in and through my affairs right now, and I accept it right now. Now let us do something which we all should wish to do, I feel. I know we do. To feel that every person we meet, everyone we touch, everything we do shall bless and heal, that every situation we contact shall be made whole and happy, and every person blessed by our presence. This, I think, is the greatest good we could hope for, and this we do accept right now.